A very good morning, friends. Myself, Sarita Gosh from Bhavrav Devras Saraswati Vidya Mandir, Noida. Today, we are going to study a lesson from class 12th, supplementary reader book, Vistas, and the lesson is Should Wizard Hit Mommy? This lesson is written by John Updike. John Updike is an American writer, and he used to write about the social issues of the society. And in this lesson, he is conveying two messages. The message, number one message is, should parents decide each and everything for their children, and what is the impact of bedtime stories on the children? In this story, first of all, I would like to say about the characters. In this story, we have a character that is Mr. Jack. Jack is a loving father and he is emotionally attached to his daughter. He used to tell her bedtime stories. And we have a daughter, Jo, and she's 4 years old. She is a very sensitive daughter and she have a different perspective about the world other than from her father. In this story, if we go through, we will find that how the perspective of a child is totally different from the perspective of an adult. In this story, Jack, whenever he used to tell stories to his daughter, he correlate his childhood days and childhood days bullies with the stories he used to tell to Jo. And there was a specific feature of all his stories. That was what? That was, in all his story, he had a creature. Sometimes it is a lizard and sometimes it is a chipmunk. And all the time, this creature used to get a name, Roger. And Roger is always caught in some problem, and he used to go here and there for the solution of his problem, and then he used to visit a wise owl, and the wise owl used to redirect him towards the wizard, and wizard always sort out his matters. And here we have a story, Should Wizard Hit Mommy? In this, the Roger is a creature, that is a skunk. And the basic quality, the individuality and the identity of a skunk is, it's a quite skinking creature. And whenever he used to go to play with his playmates, his friends, they all used to run away and he is all alone. So this was the problem of Roger skunk in this story. And here we see like a child have a different perspective of the world and an adult have a different perspective. Like a child lives in the world of his own imagination where nothing is bad, all is very good. But on the other hand, an adult's perspective is what? An adult is he is aware of all the ups and downs and the harsh realities of the real world. And if here we talk the stories moves, let's start the story of the lesson. Hello friends, once again I'm here again with the same lesson, Should Wizard Hit Mommy? In the previous session, we have done about the introduction of the lesson and introduction of the author. So now I'm going to start the summary of the lesson. The lesson is Should Wizard Hit Mommy? And we all know that each and every individual is different from the other. It means each and every one of us have our own identity, our own individuality, and we are not supposed to impose that any kind of thing on others to make them feel happy or make us feel happy. I mean to say, we should not leave behind, we should not keep away, we should not stay away from our originality. We should not lose our originality at any cost. In the story, Should Wizard Hit Mommy? We have a father who is a loving father and he used to tell stories to his daughter. Joe, and she is 4 years old. So let's start with the summary of the lesson. Jack used to tell stories to his daughter to make her feel happy so that she can sleep well, and when his daughter is sleeping, he can help his wife, and who is on family way, so that he wants to help his wife and he wants to make his daughter sleep well. That's why every day he used to tell her bedtime stories. Here I would like to mention one most important thing is that there was few features of the stories of Jack which he used to tell to Joe. First of all, he always keep a character by the name of Roger. And the Roger character, sometimes it is a chipmunk, sometimes it is a lizard. And every time the creature Roger is stuck with some problem. And when the Roger is stuck with some problem, he used to visit the wise owl of the jungle. And the wise owl always redirect him to the wizard, and wizard always sort out the issues, problems and matters of the Roger. Here, Joe was so keen to listen the story. Jack starts the story. Once upon a time, there was a creature, Roger, who was a skunk. Skunk is a very stinky kind of creature. Skunk bats so smell. He have obnoxious smell. That is why nobody wants to come along with him. So that is why every day, whenever Roger go out to play with his playmates, no one likes to play with him. The reason was his smell, his obnoxious smell, which was his originality. And one day he was crying, he was feeling so lonely, he went to the wise owl, and the wise owl then suggested him to visit the wizard. He went to the wizard, and then wizard asked his problem, and when he explained his problem regarding his stinky smell, then wizard tried to sort out his matter. Then he asked him, "What kind of smell you want?" Then Roger replied, he wants a smell of the roses. He wants the fragrance of roses so that he can be a fragrant creature and each and every one can play with him so that he cannot be lonely. In the same way, wizard helped him, but in return he asked for 7 pennies as his fees. But as usual, Roger was short with the money, and then wizard told him to find the rest of the money from a place in the forest. He went there, he brought the money, he paid it to the wizard, and then in this way his problem was solved. And then Roger skunk went to play with his friends. Everyone was so happy with him, even Roger skunk was happy too, because now he have many friends. He was not all alone. Then his mother came to know about this thing, and she didn't like it. She asked him that what have changed him like this? Why did he leave his originality? Then she went with Roger to the wizard. She hit him on his head and then asked him to change his smell of roses as his original fragrance. And in this way, wizard changed him as usual. But here the question arises. Here the title of the lesson: should wizard hit mommy? When Jack was telling this story to Joe, Joe was not happy with the end. She was saying that rather changing the original smell of the skunk, wizard should have hit mommy. But Jack was trying to make Joe realize the harsh reality of the world. He was trying to tell her that one should face the reality of life. One should not run away from the life. and one should not leave their identity, their individuality. So it's all for the summary. So in the next session, I will be discussing about the theme and the moral of this lesson, why the title Should Wizard Hitomi Momi have been given to this lesson. Thank you.